Now before you watch this video, you need to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube fluently already. Now for the finger tricks, there's not really a strict fingering that you need to use, because it's just what you feel more comfortable with. I'm just going to show you what I like to use. For U and UI, I like to use my indexes. For D and DI, I like to use my right third finger and my right thumb. For F, I like to use my two indexes. For B, I like to use my right thumb and my right index. For R, L, I, and L, I just use my whole hand. Now, that's basically the fingers I use to solve the Rubik's Cube. Okay, now for the shortcuts. I'm going to teach you most shortcuts that I know. So, let's scramble it. Now, for the shortcuts, I'm just going to go through each step in solving the Rubik's Cube and the shortcuts I know. Now, for placing the edges, rather than using the algorithm, if ever, when you bring down, before bringing down the edge, you need to see if it lines up or not. If it doesn't line up, when you bring it down, it's going to be flipped the wrong way. So what you do is bring it onto the neck, onto one of the adjacent faces, bring down the adjacent face so that it lines up, bring down that edge, and now turn the adjacent face again so that it's back in the correct place. That's much quicker than using the algorithm. Now, when you do the corners, you're going to see where on the corner, in this case white, is located. So what I mean is, here white's on top. So rather than doing the normal algorithm, do the algorithm R2U, RIUI, RU, RIUI. And then, in just one go, when you do that algorithm, the corner will be placed correctly. Now, right, in a case where white faces you, do the normal algorithm backwards. Well, that is U, R, UI, RI. And then you've got the corner in the correct place. Now, if ever white faces to the right, you just do the normal algorithm. So now, let's find the last corner. It faces up, so the algorithm is R2U, RIUI, RU, RIUI. And then you've got it placed. Then again, once it's placed correctly, you don't need to do the additional UI in the end. Now, when doing the edges, there are two different shortcuts. There's one called the keyhole method. The link for it is here. The other one is called F2L, which is the advanced way of doing it. The link is here. I'm not going to teach you how to do that in this video because it's going to take too long. So now, once the edges are solved, to get the cross, the shortcut is basically, if you've got an L, just do the algorithm backwards. And that algorithm backwards is F, U, R, U, I, R, I, F, I. And then you get the cross immediately rather than getting to the line first. Now, when aligning the edges, if one of the aligned edges faces you and the other one faces away from you, so they're opposite each other, there's an algorithm which is like 2 moves shorter, and you don't need to inspect the cube in between. So position the cube so that the non-aligned edges face you and face away from you, and just do the algorithm Fi, Ui, F, U, F, Ri, 2F, U, F, U, Fi, Ui, F, R, and then you've got all the edges aligned. Now when doing the corners, the algorithm usually rotates the corners in an anti-clockwise position. So basically this corner will go here, this one will go here, this one will go here. So before you do it, inspect the cube. And if this corner has to go here rather than here, you just do the algorithm backwards. And the algorithm backwards is Li, U, R, Ui, L, U, R, I, UI. And then, in one go, you've got all the corners placed correctly. Now, when flipping the corners the right way around, you can do the algorithm normally or backwards. It depends what way the color that you want to be up faces. Now, when it faces to the right, just do the normal algorithm. And it will take you, and you have to do the algorithm twice to get it. Now, if the color you want to be underneath faces you, do the algorithm backwards, which is U, R, Ui, Ri, and then you just do that algorithm twice, and then you get all the corners flipped correctly.